Back in the 70s, board games and improv theater had a baby, and it was called the role-playing game. These games allowed a generation of kids to live out their dreams of slaying dragons and saving kingdoms, all while sitting in their bedrooms and basements. Today, gaming has moved into the cultural mainstream, and role-playing games are back with a vengeance. Join us now as 5 of these former kids come out of the basement and onto the internet to experience adventure, mystery, and obscure pop culture references. It's time for Roll for Combat!
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat. I'm your GM and host, Steve Minglicker, and in this week's show, the boys decide, you know what, we're exploring this really dangerous jungle and it's 1,000,000 degrees. Let's take off our air-conditioned protective armor and explore the jungle nearly naked. What could possibly go wrong? So it feels like every single week I have this long list of things to go through, and I'm looking down and I have no notes, and I realize, wow, it's gotten quiet again. The only thing coming up is that we have PaizoCon in a week and a half, and there's going to be a ton of Roll for Combat guys there. In fact, all 3 of the Discord moderators are going to be there, which is a weird coincidence. I didn't even realize that. It just sort of happened. So we made a special t-shirt just for them that they can wear at PaizoCon. In addition, we're doing this cool thing. We're making t-shirts up for, well, anyone really. If you have a Pathfinder or Starfinder Society character, we are making a t-shirt just for you. We actually will draw your character in full color, put it on a shirt, put a quote on, and then you can order the shirt. And we have 5 or 6 up right now. We're doing about 1 every day or so. My artist is doing a fantastic job. I really like his new art style. We're kind of doing this old first edition art style. It's kind of gritty and kind of wacky looking, but I love it. A lot of color. So if you're interested in any of those, hit me up on the Discord channel. You can hit me up at discord.rollforcombat.com, and you can see some of them if you just go to the website. You can go to the shop section, see those t-shirts if you might be interested in getting one of your own. In addition, this show is a little short this week. The reason is because when we record the shows, we usually do 2 or 3 shows at a time. So that usually means 2 or 3 hours at a time. So if one show is longer, then that means another show is going to have to be shorter because, hey, math. You know, if you have one show that's an hour and a half, then the other show might only be half an hour or 40 minutes. Also, I do try to break the shows at good points. I try to break them up in like logical areas, and them trouncing through these jungles, it's actually been broken up in days. So it really was a question of where to break it, and I could have either made this show like 2 hours long, or I could have made it shorter. But you guys also have the Starfinder Society show, so that one's actually super long because that was the last episode. So you guys can go listen to that one, and then next week should be a nice long episode, and these should start getting longer again. Also this week for the GM tip, I want to just say that we're going to be talking about how to set yourself up online. I know I did this one long time ago, like maybe the 2nd or 3rd episode, but a lot of people keep asking me for this, so I'm going to go through my new updated methods of how we play online and how you too can play Starfinder, Pathfinder, or Dungeons & Dragons, or whatever else you play online. And we're going to tell you how we do it. And then finally, at PaizoCon, if you're going to be there, check us out. Everyone's going to be there from the show. Everyone, even Rob Tremarco from our Starfinder Society show, he's going to be there too. Of course, Jason Keeley from our Starfinder, since he works for Paizo, will be there. And we're going to be giving 2 talks. We have one on Saturday at 11 to 12, where we're going to be talking about the history of World of Warcraft and role-playing games. I'm going to be interviewing John. He has a new book coming out. It's really awesome, where he explains how World of Warcraft was made, and we also explain how role-playing games influenced World of Warcraft. And then finally, we have our big crossover. From Sunday at 4 to 6, we're going to be doing an interview, questions and answers, going to be giving out t-shirts, and then we're going to be doing the Pathfinder Starfinder crossover with Order of the Amber Die. They have made some Pathfinder iconics, and somehow they're going to end up in the Starfinder universe, and our guys using the Roll for Combat characters are going to meet up with the Order of the Amber Die's Pathfinder iconics, and craziness is going to happen. I am going to record it so you guys can listen to it later, but you do want to be there because we're going to give out free stuff. if you're going to be going to PaizoCon. And that's Sunday between 4 and 6 at Olympia 1. But with that, let's get to the show. Day 5. What are you doing? Are you using the power to keep your guys' air conditioning cooled in the hot, so you don't get
This day, I am not doing that.
Air conditioning every day.
Conditioning every day. Today, I'm freebooting it. I'm like, you know what? I need to smoke my cigarettes. I need to smoke my cigars. I need to smoke. I need to enjoy it. And I'm doing that.
Chris Beamer is playing the Lashunta operative, Hirogi.
You know what? I'm in for this. I'm also not going to use my environmental suit today.
Bob Marquis is playing the human envoy, Rusty Carter.
Whoa!
I convinced you? Did I convince you?
Yeah.
Craziness!
If you remember, my suit is 1 day less than everybody else's. I will need to take gap.
You need 1 day less. I got 1 day more. Let's smoke. Do you want to smoke? Do you want a cigarette?
If you've got them, I'll smoke them if you got them.
I have them.
All right, Mo's taking. He's in air conditioning. He's not doing this. Nuts.
John Statz is playing the Vesk soldier, Mo Dupinsky.
Yeah, not everybody
Nonsense.
at once, because I think it'll awaken us, so that's fine.
That would be not using the environmental suits killed you.
Right.
Or secondhand smoke.
Jason McDonald is playing the Isoki mechanic, Tuttle Blacktail, and his drone, Cheddar.
Or actually, simple firsthand.
So this is what's going to happen. So you guys first decide who is not using the environmental suits. It's Hirogi.
Hirogi and Rusty.
Hirogi and Rusty, we're having a great time. We're smoking cigarettes.
I'm starting to hallucinate, but it's kind of
Okay.
cool.
Now with that, give me which way you're going to do, the hard way or the easy way to track through
we're
the jungle.
doing the
Hard way.
hard scrabble.
Hard way. Excellent.
Okey-dokey.
I need an assist though.
Now, let me ask you another question. Are you actually wearing your armor, or do you take it off? Now, if you wear your armor, you get a -4 to your fortitude save, because it's heavy and making you sweat.
I'm going to stow the whole thing. I'm stowing my armor. I'm not wearing it.
You're not going to wear your armor. Excellent.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not wearing my armor either. If I'm not going to have air conditioning, I'm taking it off, and I'm not wearing it either.
Wow, you guys are real men. Men.
Yep. Yeah, we're manning
Or
up. We're
in
not
this
stuff,
case,
we're not-
Hirogi and men. Or, I mean,
Right,
thank
Lashunta and men. There we go.
One of us is a man. The other is an it.
I mean, is it actually easier to carry the armor than to wear the armor? Because they got to carry it.
Well, no, they just throw it. Folds up. It's like they have light armor. It's like tissue paper compared to what you're wearing, Mo. Like you're wearing real armor. You have heavy armor.
Okay.
You got the real thing.
Yeah,
they just
doesn't matter if they wear their armor or not. Pretty much, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the armor is just sort of there
Put
for
it this way,
show.
the armor has never saved me from a bullet ever yet.
That's true. That is true.
I just run around buck naked, really.
Just roll for
case,
damage.
I cannot be killed by a bullet. So
No bullet can kill me. No bullet from the white man can kill me.
yeah, I cannot be killed by a bullet. So
I love that movie. All right. Okay. So you guys took off your armor. You're walking around. You got your bare chests out. You're smoking cigars. You're getting a tan. Good job. So hard. Okay. So give me the hard rolls.
Wait, I need my assist.
Yep. I'll help you, or at least I'll try to. I'll try not to get it wrong this time.
That's all right. Do what you got to do. Do you and you?
Okay then. So 6. Well, it's better than the 4 I got last time.
6 is not a 10, and so it's not an assist.
That is correct.
I'm rolling a survival. Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm all like depleted. I'm like sweating out. Like I still don't want to give up the surrender the last piece of my cigar that I'm smoking because it's very expensive. And I'm like, Rusty, I'm not sure about the way, but can you help me with this? Like, do you know if we're going the right way? Can you help us with this?
sure, I'll help you, Magic Cow.
Oh God.
You're all swirly.
Right, Rusty. I think we got to go this way.
Okay.
Oh man, That is
rolls
not
a
the right way.
5.
I go running that way. Yay!
That was totally the wrong way. Okay, yeah, you guys are lost. You guys are you're dehydrated, you're sweating, you're getting lost. So let's do some fort saves. First hour. Rusty and Hirogi, give me your fort saves for the first hour to see how you do with the heat. Just keep your hand on an F. Just keep your hand on an F key because you're going to be doing a lot of fort saves.
It's my native planet. I got
the bug planet.
It's a horrible planet.
It is an ugly planet.
A bug planet. Oh, there we go. Hello. I think I'm cured, actually.
Okay, Hirogi gets a 22 on your fort save. You love this heat. You love the heat. Now Rusty has to give me a fort save.
Oh, yay! Yeah, Rusty ate some magic mushrooms at this point.
Hirogi starts talking about how it's a dry heat.
It's a dry heat. Yeah, it's a dry heat.
Oh, good.
Rusty gets a 7. Rusty takes 3 points of heat damage.
Non-lethal, I hope.
Non-lethal, but non-lethal deals damage to your stamina hit points as normal. So
You mean your hit points, not your stamina?
It actually says here, most attacks that deal non-lethal work like any other actions, and they deal damage to your stamina points or hit points as normal. However, when non-lethal damage reduces you to 0 or fewer hit points, you are reduced exactly to 0 and just fall unconscious, and you're stable instead of dying. So you
Probably
still...
does hit point damage instead of stamina damage. Right.
No, it does it against your stamina, so it's not too bad.
Alright, so you can absorb damage and deal with that.
So that's hour 1. Hour 2, are you going to push your luck again?
Oh, yeah.
All right, roll again.
Picking this up, right?
Yeah, keep going. Fortitude save 16.
Yeah,
It's starting to affect you a little, but you're okay. You're
right.
still okay with the cigar smoke, the heat. Hiroji's used to this. He's been here a long time. Rusty, on the other hand. That was Rusty's roll. That was Rusty's roll.
That was me, yeah.
Oh, Rusty. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Rusty, you're fine.
Oh,
Hirogi,
yeah, I'm fine.
20.
No
You're
problem
both
with that.
totally fine.
Yeah,
you're starting to get the hang of it.
I'm actually now stripped down to a my bandana is a thong of sorts, and it covers my frontal package. And I am smoking. I'm very much lightweight though at this point.
Are you gonna go hour 3?
Yeah.
All right, roll again. Keep that fortitude saves coming.
I gotta save my air conditioning for later.
Rusty is 21. You're cranking. Rusty's getting the hang of it. Hirogi, on the other hand, fails.
What? Really?
All right, so let's just keep going.
Hirogi only took 1 point of damage, though, of heat stroke. So it's not too bad. Keep going.
14 after.
20.
Wow, Rusty, you did it again. You're the king of the heat. Oh, Hirogi!
Rusty, I gotta take a break.
Hirogi failed and takes 4 points of heat damage.
Okay, through my own hallucinatory state under the sun and baked, I nevertheless rally my natural instincts to totally human-splain to Hirogi how one survives in the jungle and how one's supposed to handle this planet, telling him everything that he probably knew at age 5.
Keep going.
Rusty, I need water. I need water right now.
I just drank the last of the water. Sorry.
Yeah, he drank the last water and didn't and failed his fortitude save. And now Hirogi needs to take his save. 14.
Water.
Ooh, 4 points of damage for Hirogi.
Water.
And 3 for Mr. Rusty.
I actually had a Mo. I'm like, Mo, can I have your water? I'm dying, actually.
I can't hear you. I'm in my suit. I'm too comfortable.
I had my comm unit. I'm like,
no, you don't. Your
telepathy
comm
doesn't
unit
work
is part of
anymore.
your suit. You don't actually have your comm unit.
The comm unit is part of the suit. It's built in, but we also have our own individual cell phones.
The only way you could talk to Mo is look into the faceplate on his visor, and when you do, you see a big smiling Vesk. He is just enjoying his air conditioning.
Yeah, I'm rubbing up right up against that head plate, And
an effectively naked Hirogi rubbing up against your fez pipe.
Yeah, you're gonna get just pushed away there. Yeah.
I'm having trouble. I'm dying. I'm not. All right.
Push on.
All right, let's push on.
Put
Let's
your
push on.
suit
We're
on.
good.
Hour 6. All right.
Nope. I'm gonna man up.
It's hour 6.
Hour 6.
Oh, Rusty, you
There you
fail
go.
with the 17. You failed.
Fail?
Sorry.
What?
Yeah. It increases by 1 every hour.
Oh.
So
Got it.
It gets harder and harder.
Rusty.
All right. No, not so bad for me. No. Wait, no, I was the first roller. How come I got?
Oh, no.
That was mine. Hold on. Reverse that.
No, Rusty.
what I'm
I rolled
talking
first. I want the one.
You're right. I clicked on the wrong. Oh,
Rusty.
that's just the luck of the
No,
draw.
No, it's okay. We
I
can
like
fix
it.
this. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's just we got to reverse that back. That's all right.
Next
All right.
door.
No reversal.
rolling.
That is how it does.
I rolled a natural 1.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you actually are. You've just faint and fall into the ground.
Yeah.
Hirogi rolls a 14. Yeah, you both. All right, now I'll do it
climb
in the
on
right
top
order.
of Cheddar and ask him to carry me.
It doesn't matter. Hirogi, Rusty, you're totally destroyed like me.
Who are you, mushroom
How
person?
many hours do we have left?
Like 3 more. I think.
That's 7 hours, and suddenly, while
Yeah,
you guys are doing your fun,
great!
you hear and see something ahead.
What's that up on the road? Ahead?
I'm like sitting on a rock, swinging my cigar still. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I just rolled the natural 1. I literally have no idea where
You and I
I am
are in
right
big bad trouble right now.
now. Yeah, I think that you're actually my little brother that I haven't seen since I was 4.
Up ahead, you see what appears to be a Lashunta who's like up against a tree in the forest, and they seem to be kind of unconscious and babbling to themselves, and they're on the ground slumped over. This person is approximately...
Sadly, I don't think I can help her since I'm currently lying on the ground, slumped, babbling to myself, and unable to move.
Yeah, this one's about... You notice it about 60 feet ahead of you. And there you go.
All right, Lashunta.
Well, seeing my brother in, I have. I'm gonna have to take care of this. I run up to it.
Wow. Okay.
Wait a minute.
You do that. Wow. Oh, he did it too. Impressive.
I can move 80.
I'll follow, but I'm not as fast.
Yeah, well, Mo will go behind you, I guess.
Okay. So, yeah, guys, move up to where you want to be.
Yeah, that's good.
So you see what appears to be, again, it's a female Lashunta who looks kind of in bad shape. She's just sort of mumbling to herself. And give me a perception check.
Okay, I will do that.
Everybody?
Well, Hirogi's right next to her.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Nice.
27. So you don't know if you're hallucinating or not, but it looks like there's mold and fungus growing out of her. Her face seems to be pockmarked, and it looks like there's things sort of pulsating inside of her, and it looks like it's going to burst.
She's got the plague!
Oh, that's a horrible thing.
Yeah, we got to...
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a goblin grenade. I am going to set a detonator and put it on her.
She looks at you and says, "No,
No,
don't do this.
No,
Help me.
No, I was trying to help you, but
And she grabs your arm with like the last of her
Oh,
strength.
my
She's
God.
like, "Help me!" She like coughs out some of like the fungus onto
Good
you.
time to be out of your armor.
that's roughly bad. I'm like, no, this is for the best. Like, I'm gonna take care of you. Like, she shouldn't actually know necessarily what a goblin grenade is. It looks weird. It's like this is a healing device. Like this device will heal you.
No.
You're gonna blow her up and lie to her while
Help
doing it.
me.
Yeah, I
She's like
set the
grabbing you, holding you with what little strength she has.
No.
She's like slapping against you. Spores are going everywhere, and sure enough, you see them moving inside of her, and then suddenly they start to pop out, and there's little creatures crawling out from her.
Right.
She screams in agony and dies.
Right.
Roll for combat!
I love how Mo ran away as soon as that
Yeah.
started to happen.
Well, I saw there's a thing behind
yeah,
us.
Mo
There's a
was
thing
one.
behind us.
Well, Rusty is up first, and I will say you actually do that. You actually, while this was happening, you got the grenade out, you got the detonator. You can put it on her, but she did sort of explode in
Nice.
horrificness too.
Excellent.
Rusty is up though.
All right.
Rusty, you are up. You just saw the woman who was covered in the spores explode in horribleness in Hirogi's face.
Like, we don't have armor on either. We're like,
Oh, you have no
we're
armor
like
on.
buck naked. I have my gun belt on. That's it.
Wow.
Let's focus on what's the most critical in this kind of situation. Did any of it get on me?
No,
Oh,
it did not.
okay. I thought this was an emergency. All right, you woke me up for no
Oh
reason.
no,
all right, that's fine.
Hiroji's just covered in spores and God knows
Oh,
what
then I have to get
awfulness.
away from
Yeah.
Hirogi. That
But
was
I'm
gross.
already
Right.
covered in awfulness because I've been out in the wild for 6 days with no armor and no poop reclamation system.
And also
And
behind
I'm
you,
moving 40 feet away. is
well,
what
you
I'm
do
doing.
see the
Right.
Karisk who is hiding in the trees and is obviously waiting for this. So
Yes, I do see that's in the direction I was going to run away to. So, well, okay. As my action, I'm going to pull out my armor. How long does it take to put armor on?
I think it's 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. So that's never going to happen in combat.
It's never. No, Rusty, Roy,
All right.
you being naked and having a gun, and your gun, 2 guns.
Well, that's it. I'm actually going to have my zap pistol in one hand, and I'm going to have a Mark I grenade in the other. And I'm ready.
Awesome.
Sorry, let me adjust where I'm at. There I'm at.
Going up against that's a smart move. Go up against those trees will give you cover, by the way.
I enjoy how
Thank you for
Rusty
that,
likes to move
advice.
away
I've moved
from
there now.
threats a lot.
Are you done? Is that where you want to go?
Yeah.
Woolholz is like, I think I got some wet naps in here that might be able to help you, Mr. Hirogi. That looks. He's like starting to upchuck a little. It's like that's. It's kind of disgusting. There's some big creature over here, guys. Guys.
Actually, donning light armor takes 4 rounds.
4 rounds? Oh,
4
I would have
rounds.
started
Yeah,
that.
although you can don it hastily. If you, let's see, you can hastily don armor in half the time to a minimum of 1 full action. Okay. The armor check penalty, maximum dexterity bonus, and armor bonus for hastily donned armor are 1 worse than normal. So you -1 to everything if you hastily do it. You can do it in 2
Okay, I'm
turns.
sorry. I
Thank you.
completely screwed that up. I will argue that you could. Oh, you know why? Because I'm looking at heavy armor. I think.
And I hadn't
Yeah,
looked at the
but
rule
that's a
correctly,
sick
so no, that's
crime,
my
though. It's
it's
2
entirely my
rounds.
fault for not knowing the rule. I will, if it's all right,
yeah, it's fine.
retroactively, I'm going to start hastily putting on my armor. It will take me 2 rounds. That was the first round.
Yeah, so it takes 4 rounds to don or remove. Heavy armor takes 16 rounds.
Well,
So-
I'm hastily putting on light, so 1 round is gone. Next round, I'll be putting it on.
Hiroji, what are you doing?
Roger's doing some things. You have no idea what he's doing. It's going to be good.
You're right. We actually have no idea.
We really have no idea in the slightest what you're going to do.
So there is a horrible beast down there. Did I see that beast?
Yep.
Okay.
You're sure you don't have mold in your eyes? You can't see it?
I'm mold
hasn't
my eyes, I'm
attacked.
I
We
don't
don't
know.
know.
What that beast is. It's horrible, but I don't like it.
It actually made some noise, so that's why you guys all know it's there. It was actually kind of trumpeting, like when the poor woman exploded. This thing seemed to get really excited.
Was it like its involuntary evil laugh? Like that my scheme is coming to fruition?
I
More
think
like
it's-
my precious babies, they're born.
Yeah. She's impregnating all these nasty things with nastiness. So what I do is I do what I do. I'm going to draw aggro. I'm going to move. I'm going to move there. 5, 10. I think that's about 30, right?
That's exactly 30.
I'm going to maybe move more, but like as part of my move action, I'm going to pull out another grenade, a goblin grenade, and I'm going to move that action, pull out the grenade, and throw it at the horrible thing.
Okay. It does have... Where are you going to try to throw it? Because there's 2 trees in front of it.
I want to try and throw it in the square. There's no tree. That square right there.
Okay. I see. Fair enough.
I'm gonna move really close. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm moving close. I'm gonna bounce it off that tree and into it. So minimal damage.
All right. You have on your sheet a goblin grenade attack. Do the attack.
Okay.
I think this was our friend.
It's the same creature that's been following you.
Yeah. Well, it might be our friend though.
Well, actually, at the moment, he's Hirogi's, mother.
Wow.
Okay, I'm sorry, that was sexist. Could be father.
No, I'm saying wow because he rolls a 4 gets a 2, which means he misses. So sure enough, you pick up the grenade.
With a grenade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. So let's see where it ends up. I will roll.
I mean, note, I'm not proficient in grenade, but I love them.
So the naked, hallucinating, spore-covered Lashunta is throwing grenades around and missing. Excellent.
Yes. Ironically, it wasn't that bad. He actually overthrew the grenade, so it still landed. It actually went way, way past the creature, but it's still within its blast radius because the thing is huge. And if anything, it probably got a little bit harder. So now roll a 1d100 to see what the grenade does.
Awesome. I love it.
18. 18 is just a good old normal boring frag grenade. So it seems to explode like a frag grenade. I will do the reflex save.
Oh man, if I rolled higher, it would have been like a fusion grenade.
19, it definitely makes that. Give me 1d6 points of damage. 2. Congratulations, you did 1 point of damage.
Oh wait, before I end my action, as a
Yes.
free action,
Yes.
I'm like, no spores must live, and I detonate on my grenade on the guy.
No, I don't think that's how it works, and it takes an action. So you can do it next turn. You can explode the person.
All right, I want to explode him soon.
So this Kerix thing sees all the peoples and actually gets hit by the grenade, and it's like, whatever. And it seems to actually talk. It actually seems to be communicating in common somehow. It's not very good common, but it seems to be saying like, hello, people thing. It's sort of like making odd sound. And then it attacks you with an acid spit. It spits acid at Mr. Mo. And hits. And does 8 points of damage as you get hit in the face with some acid.
Why have I taken damage? That should all be stamina.
It did do stamina damage.
Yeah, you're not wounded.
Yeah, I'm not wounded at all.
That was left over from the day before. I forgot to heal you back up.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, thank you.
And now Mo is up.
How high is this thing in the trees?
It's on the ground, but it's 10
good.
feet high. It's huge.
Okay. I'm going to move there and attack it.
Okay.
That is a manly thing to do. That's standard.
With my pike.
Nice.
You hit it. 27.
To the head.
14
Nice.
points of damage.
I know Bob
Oh,
loves
wait.
positive damage.
18. Oh, okay. I didn't. All right, so it doesn't get any damage
That's
reduction from piercing.
No, it does not, and you seem to rip it into little pieces. It does not like that, as parts of plant and moss and fungus roll off of it. Tuttle's up.
And on to you.
No, that's next. Tuttle's up.
All right, I'm going to pull out my laser pistol, and I'm going to take a shot at it.
goddamn Rusty, you are very far away. No,
You
I've
might
got us
want to get a
covered,
better
don't you worry.
position, Tuttle.
if we all fall back, we have a retreating.
Exactly. I'm going to cover your retreat. I'll stand right here as you rush past me.
And then I'd like to move Cheddar.
Yeah, you roll the 13. You missed. Also, he has cover with the trees, so it's going to be hard to hit him, but you can move Cheddar. Ooh, the flanking position. Are you done?
Yeah, he's not releasing for some reason, but I moved him.
He can't attack?
Rusty.
If I attack,
No,
he
he can't. He can't attack.
The creature is in the trees, you said?
It's behind the trees. Actually, you could have attacked because you didn't move,
Yeah,
Tuttle. You
he
just did a
gets one
standard.
and a half.
So
Yeah, he gets
don't
one
you
and a
get a
half.
move and a standard?
No, I
feat?
thought pulling out my weapon counted as.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You did that. Yep, I
as the
forgot.
move.
No, he can't go. Rusty is putting on your armor, and I guess you're done because. it
Yeah,
takes
that's
you-
right. 'cause
Rusty,
it's
you're
all
actually putting your armor on. Really,
I started it early last round. I'll be done.
I am
Wolos
sitting
is
out here.
running into the trees and hiding.
blowing in the wind.
Hiroji's
buck naked, blowing in the wind here.
Oh,
All
we
right,
all know
Hiroji.
that. We've been staring at it all day.
I
And I
know.
can't say it's been good for anyone.
Actually, if Hiroji doesn't move, you can put your armor on in one turn
Wow. Can I shoot it from here?
as a full turn.
Oh, I had already been working on it. It was going to take this round. Anyway.
Steve, can I shoot this beast from here?
Yeah, but it has massive cover.
What do you mean by massive cover? What does that mean?
There's two full trees in front of it. You'll have
Yeah,
to
there's-
move
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of where Cheddar is to hit it with no cover.
Or one square past Cheddar.
Move 3 to your left. Or 3 to your left and 1 up.
All right, I'm going to use my ability of the mirror image, which I forget the name of that, but I use that as standard action, and then I move.
Holographic clones. All right, well, that's going to go right. You're moving right by him.
No. I have 40 movement. I can
Yeah,
avoid
you
that
can-
at all
you can
costs.
He has
go around
reach.
him.
No, I can always
Yeah.
avoid that, though.
No, right, but the creature has reach, so it's going to hit you when you go near it.
No, it will not. All right. 5,
Yeah,
10,
I see where the problem is.
15.
Yeah, and there's reach right,
Right,
there.
20,
if you
25.
leave that
Well, yeah,
square-
it's going to hit you right there.
If you leave that square, you're
Alright.
going to get threatened.
Yeah, you want to stop there.
I stopped that.
Well, okay, but then if you
Well-
hit with the attack with a ranged weapon, it also hits you.
Why don't you
yeah.
stop one behind that one and then just
You
shoot
just
it?
go around the other way.
No. F that. I got this. I'm going to do this.
Okay, there you go.
And I'll take my attack opportunity.
All right.
All right, how many clones do you get? You give me 1d4. But that's a standard action, so, okay.
Right. Standard action. And...
One clone.
God damn it.
Oh, that's good. It attacks you and hits you and does 15 points damage. Actually, let's see. It might
Ow.
hit your clone. Let's do
Right.
a 1 hits you and a 2 hits your clone. 1 hits you. You get hit.
All right, so I
And-
still have a clown, though.
That's true. And you're
Jeez.
almost dead.
No, I'm okay with that. I'm buck naked. I'm footloose and fancy free. We got this.
I can tell you seem to be liking this. Okay. So it hit you and did massive damage. It's
I wish
going...
Rusty was nearby. Nasty was nearby.
yeah. It's going to take its step and attack you again with this tentacle. And hits you for 13 points of damage.
Oh, it killed me. Wow.
No, you have 1 hit point left. Mo's
Wow.
up.
What about his clone?
Oh, right. Sorry.
50-50.
Yeah, good call.
Hits him with a 1.
Well, Hiroji, your job is to run away.
I say F that. I say fight.
All right. Well,
All right.
I'm gonna take a guarded step and hit it again. Actually, he's engaged on both sides. Do I get the
No, he
flanking
does.
bonus?
He's nope, because he doesn't have a melee weapon out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or reach, for that matter.
yeah. And
You hit though. 17, 13 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. 17 for a 26 hit. Okay, so done.
Settles up.
Okay, I'm going to move to try to get a clearer shot.
Yeah, now you have a totally clear shot.
Oh, and I'm going to overburst my pistol, which is the thing that uses like 3
Yeah.
times the charges, but does extra
Yep.
damage.
Yep. Wow, you hit.
Nice.
So
Excellent.
it does twice the damage, right?
Yeah, I believe it does an extra d6. Or
All right, you do 2 points of fire damage, and now do an extra d6.
Rolls at 18 for 23. Nice.
Damn.
Nice.
6 extra
6.
damage for... Wow.
I have a question. Does it respond particularly poorly to the fire damage? It is, after all, a plant.
Well, apparently not. It doesn't take extra damage, so...
Well, silence usually means Steve's looking it up.
Oh.
It does not.
Yeah, you can see it was a reasonable question, I think.
Yeah.
Completely reasonable question.
Yeah.
Maybe electricity, though. I'll try that on.
Cheddar's up.
I'm literally 1 hit point away from death, like permanent death. That's funny.
It's not permanent death.
Well, it's a form of death, yes.
Lost death.
Rusty's up. Oh, yeah, Cheddar hit with a 20. Well, 16 hit 20. His junk cannon only did 1 point of damage, though.
All right, let me try electricity.
Wow, Rusty's actually moving in to engage. That's,
Of course.
that's
I am always...
wow.
And there's no cover there, I think, right?
Actually,
No.
me and
Yeah.
Cheddar are his
Well,
cover.
that's... As it happens, yes.
Nice.
All right, 5
Nice.
damage.
Man, you guys
again.
are hitting like crazy.
Yeah, he rolls an 18
again,
for 22. Look,
and
our
I'm gonna
last
guess the
rolls
answer
were
is-
19, 17, 18, and 16, and then an 18.
And I'm not saying electricity does anything particularly, right?
No, it
So,
doesn't.
may-
Wallace is
maybe
like,
frost.
go, guys, go. Go, guys, go. Hirogi, stick in there. Lay down. Pretend you're dead. Maybe he'll ignore you.
Never. I got this.
Dude.
I can kill it.
Mind.
Wow.
I have it.
I would suggest taking a 5-foot step back.
Yeah, and
No such thing as a 5-foot step.
Oh, God. Goodbye, Hiroji. We've enjoyed you.
Called guarded step, I
well,
think.
if you're going to do
I
that,
know, but I
take
mean-
a guarded step in
Yeah.
the monster's direction, and you'll get flanking.
No.
Oh, actually, no, you
He
don't
doesn't
have
have a
melee
melee
weapons.
weapon.
Never mind.
But if he goes 5 feet
I
in
can
the
take
other
guard step to
direction,
the left.
yes.
I can, as I do that, pull out my lightning pistol
Okay.
and attack. Let's do this.
Let them begin singing the Ballad of Hirogi.
Well, or the, the ode to Hiroji. The elegy.
I'm
of
no
Hiroji.
slouch with the lightning pistol.
You hit.
Nice.
Oh wait, I can't do my trick attack thing.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because you can't do
Not
it with
gonna
a
do it,
5-foot step. Or whatever I would just call a 5-foot step. Are you done?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right.
It smells fresh meat. It smells like it's going to go in for the kill.
Well, hold on. Hiroji is actually infected by his spores. Or her spores.
You
we
don't.
know.
You have no idea.
I
you have
know,
no idea.
but she seemed to be acting that way.
I'm
I'm wondering if possibly it would want to preserve Hiroji as its future offspring.
True. It seems like it needs like life product.
Yeah. That's a
In fact,
good
it's
idea.
the only person on the field that is infected.
Yeah. That seems like a good idea. So, are you volunteering as tribute?
I didn't rush forward
Give
yet,
him
but
Hiroji?
I am a valid target as much as anyone else.
Are you waving your hands and saying, "I volunteer as a surrogate for your
Fine.
spore children"?
I will make either a bluff or an intimidated check as a reactive one if you want to try and grab its attention.
Congratulations, you managed to convince me to
All
have
right.
it attack you with its thorn.
Great.
Hits you with a 27 as it spits a thorn out at you. You easily get hit.
But I'm sure there's going to be no save that I need to make, so we're going to do it.
Now give me your fortitude save.
God damn it.
Does he get a whole bunch of minuses for fortitude?
Mental note, I want this everyone to get. Helping Hiroji live is a bad idea.
I live still.
19.
Oh my god, your amazing rolls continue. The good news is you roll a 19. The bad news is it's still spreading.
Yeah.
Mo is up.
Wow. All right.
This is the most horrible thing I've ever seen in my life. Kill it. No.
I will do that. I'll take a
Guarded
step and just a regular.
By the way,
Just move
you
into
notice
that.
it seems to be quickly knitting up its damage as you're damaging it. It seems to be regenerating Borg-like.
No. It's got
Yes.
It's got the fast healing. We don't like it.
Oh! There we go.
So much for regenerating.
Well, start burning it immediately. I'm not kidding.
It's not
burn
dead
it.
yet. The Tuttle's up. Still seems to be moving.
Burn it.
All right, I'll do another shot with overdrive, overload, or whichever. I always forget which terminology-wise, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Overwatch. Ooh.
You hit
Fire. Fire, fire.
it? Well, it's totally prone on the ground. It should be pretty easy to hit at this point. Whoops, sorry. Cheddar goes.
Doesn't somebody have a flamethrower?
There'd be some comedic value to pushing the button right now.
Actually, Cheddar is a flame.
Yeah, Cheddar's weapon is fire and electrical. So if fire helps not regenerate it, then Cheddar's helping.
Okay.
Do we have torches? Well,
Rusty.
we have lasers.
I actually still have an incendiary grenade. I could use that.
I thought we had
No,
a
his
flamethrower.
Cheddar's damage is fire and electricity because he has like a plasma cannon.
Right.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah. You guys are burning it up. It's definitely getting burnt up, and
Of course,
it's like,
should we do a
it's
quick
smoldering.
life science? I wonder if we should do a life science check and figure out if this is even the right course of action.
I don't think we can.
It's almost totally dead. Like it seems to be moving, but there's not much left to it. Rusty's
The
up.
one guy who knows some things, other than
Oh, yeah.
Tuttle, who knows some things, is dying on the ground. And
I dropped
getting suicidal.
I dropped my electricity, and I, as a move action, pull out my laser pistol, which does fire damage, and I shoot with that.
You pull out pants for Hirogi.
Shoot them both. Okay.
Ah,
Now it's totally dead.
but does Hirogi have a
Warrior
turn
to
left?
kill.
Because I have a turn left.
No, because now Wolos goes. He runs up and kicks it and does the dragon
Dragon Slayer
Dragon
move.
Slayer.
Dragon Slayer
maneuver.
move, and it's like, yeah, you take that, you nasty creature. We killed you dead. We killed you dead.
All right, but Hiroji has one less move to make. Hiroji, who's almost dead. Hiroji, who's spitting blood out of his lung, having trouble. He's like, this has to happen. The contagion cannot spread. He presses his detonator and blows up the body that's to the north.
It explodes.
yeah. that's
Give me a
true.
1d100 to see. Oh wait, you didn't use a goblin grenade. You used a
No, I used the goblin.
Oh, that's right. You did use.
Yeah.
Give me a
You used
1d100
goblin.
because it might actually. Ooh, 47. 47 is a shock grenade, which does electricity damage. So it does. Oof, 8 points of electricity damage. Oh, Rusty just
glad I
missed
moved.
being in the.
Hey, I didn't consider that. I was thinking maybe someone could,
He was. You were secretly hoping that he
Yes.
was going to be in
No,
that
he was
area.
so-
You have no idea. I was
secretly
thinking
hoping
helping all three of these guys.
Yeah, you were secretly hoping you were going to get all of them. And like,
All right.
I was secretly hoping it would blow back on Hiroji, but that.
Did
Well,
Hiroji
I'm
notice-
almost dead. I'm like coughing up.
Did you
I'm
just
like pulling
notice
up my
I
mouth here.
saved your life? Did Hiroji,
I understand
did you
that.
notice that I literally saved your life
Look,
at risk of my own?
When I am close to death at one hit point, then no one is free from my wrath. Like I'm not. I don't. No one healed me. I'm almost dead, and I'm blowing up my thing that I did. And I'm like,
This is a good time to tell you, no one's ever going to heal you ever.
Yeah, why don't you
are
start
not. We
healing
don't
yourself
have a healer
right now?
So your belief that people are supposed to heal you, get over that
Well,
quickly.
you have things that can heal people, and I was almost dead. So, I mean, I'm
Then
not
why
really,
didn't you heal?
Well,
Just
I'm
use
not
the
really
spider.
there's no blaming. I'm just saying, like that's what I did, and I'm still dying. And then if we're still in rounds,
Well,
You're
I
out
think
of
we're
rounds.
gonna pick this up next time. But yeah,
I am going to heal myself because I'm almost dead.
got it. Well, I'm glad that you've learned how to heal. I think that's great.
Mo is going to try to get Tuttle's attention and ask if he thinks it's safe to approach this body.
the body has been blown up. There's
yeah.
spores and like baby Kerskas everywhere.
Oh, okay. So
I mean,
they're
the body
still
of
alive.
the main beast, right?
Oh, the main beast or the dead Lashunta?
I'm talking about the dead Lashunta. I went over to kind of near the dead Lashunta.
Yeah, the dead Lashunta has like a gaping hole in her chest. First of all, she already kind of exploded when all the little baby creatures came out, and then the goblin grenade just sort of just. Oof.
Yeah,
It's messy in here. it's messy.
I can't believe I'm at 0 stamina and 1 hit point, literally.
Wow. That's lucky.
Hey, I'm not. Don't accuse me of not being a fighter. I accuse Rusty
You're
of
not a
being
fighter. You're not a fighter, dude. You didn't need to do a mirror image. You could have done damage that turn.
All hell,
was a
the
crazy
fighters.
Although, yeah, you could have absorbed damage with the mirror images.
If I had multiple mirror images, I could have absorbed. Like I could have gone right in there and shot it in its face and not had to deal. I had to worry.
Is that a once a
Keep in mind, all that happens when you go down to death, you don't die. All you do is drop, and then you spend a resolve point to stabilize, and then you spend a resolve point to bring yourself back up. It's not that big a deal. Hey everyone, Steve here. So I think that was the first time in forever in which they actually had a nice, clean, simple combat. Normally their combats are way crazy, they come halfway to death, and so forth. That was actually a very easy one, and even though Hirogi was wearing absolutely no armor, he still lived through it. So then that wasn't that easy of a creature that they killed, but they did a really good job. Believe it or not, these guys are actually really good at combat. I think they almost purposely hinder themselves just to add a challenge. They almost like to do hard mode, like, oh, I don't need armor, or, oh, I'll just fight with half my hit points gone, just to see what happens. I've known these guys a long time. It's just the way they roll. It doesn't really surprise me that much anymore. They almost gimp their characters and do crazy stuff just to make it a little harder, just to add a little bit more challenge. They'll like to bleed encounters, they'll like to just go in gimped, things like that. And they don't mind. It's actually quite refreshing. They don't complain at all. It's really great. So this week's GM PC tip in general will be how to run online. A lot of people have been asking me this, so I figured I'll just do a recap of those of you who want to know how to do it, because I have changed a little bit since we started doing this a couple of months ago. For those of you who have been following our show for quite a while, you'll know I use two main tools. I use Discord, in which we keep track of all of the notes. The players can keep track of their notes. I do all my handouts there. Everyone has sort of a permanent place where everything is kept. It's really good for inventory tracking, for handouts, for player and GM notes, because it's permanent. It just stays there forever. You don't have to worry about like losing a session. That's one of the problems if you use these note-taking techniques or methods inside a virtual tabletop. It can get lost in the shuffle, but with Discord you have as many channels as you want, and I find it's much easier to search and find things and to keep them organized inside Discord. As for the chat, we also use Discord. I will say, if you are going to be using Discord chat, do not use one of the central servers, like in central parts of America. Those do not seem to work very well. I've had a lot of issues with them. Spoken to a lot of people. There's a lot of disconnects and sort of issues with those servers. The voice server that I find is the most stable is East Coast. I don't know why, but I would recommend use the East Coast voice server if you're going to be using Discord. As for the virtual tabletop itself, there's only really 3 options out there. There is Fantasy Grounds, D20 Pro, and Roll20. Now, things have changed since we started doing this podcast. Roll20 did not have official support for Pathfinder or Starfinder, so it really wasn't a very good option. And the other ones that did was D20 Pro and Fantasy Grounds. I've used all of them. I'll tell you my opinion. Fantasy Grounds looks beautiful. It looks amazing. It's gorgeous. However, it is quite terrible in my opinion. The reason is it has a lot of windows that are open. There's a million clicks you have to get to see anything, and the fanciness of it is not worth the inconvenience of the interface. I think it looks beautiful. I used it for about 20 sessions for an adventure path, but I will not go back to it. It's just too much. As pretty as it looks, it isn't worth the effort. As for the other two options, D20 Pro and Roll20. So, D20 Pro is what we use for Dead Suns, and Roll20 is what I use for the Starfinder Society adventure that we have as well. I find they're both very powerful. Roll20 is now a lot more attractive to me because they have an official Pathfinder licensed material and character sheet, and the way Roll20 works is that you basically can use it for any system, and as long as you have a character sheet, then you can load that system. Everything is based off the character sheet. The character sheet kind of is the definition of a rules set. So if you have a Roll20 character sheet for Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinder or Starfinder, you can then use that rule set. So Pathfinder has an official one, and as of today, the one I have been using was the Starfinder HUD. That one is fan-made, but today they announced, or I don't know if it's publicly announced, but Roll20 is taking his character sheet and integrating it officially as the Starfinder sheet, and it's excellent. I've used it quite a bit. I really like Roll20 a lot. The line of sight is fantastic. It has a lot of great options. It's really easy to use. It's a good system, especially if you're going to be playing a small campaign. The downsides is it's very bad when it comes to audio, which I don't like. I like to use audio cues for combat and other items. It keeps the game moving. It's not the cheapest. If you're going to use it as a GM, you do have to really go for like the pro plan. They have different plans, but you really have to use the highest plan because that allows you to put in custom scripts, APIs, character sheets, back up your games, and so forth. And I think it's $10 a month and that never ends, so you're going to be paying a monthly fee forever. And in general, the chat gets very, very crowded very quickly. Everything is done inside the chat window, including dice rolls and the menus and so forth. So very quickly, it just gets a little out of hand. But overall, I really enjoy it. And for light games, I think it's excellent. Which brings me to my choice, which is D20 Pro. Now, D20 Pro has some issues in the sense that it is very, very powerful, and it is also semi-complex to use. Now, those of you out there who are programmers, who have some experience of understanding how coding works, you probably won't have any issue using this whatsoever. Otherwise, it will take a little bit of time to ramp up to using it, but it's incredibly powerful. It's very good for Dungeons & Dragons. It also has Pathfinder and now Starfinder in it. You can create your own if-then workflows. You can create custom anything, really. Custom spells. You can have if-then statements within your spells. You can do incredibly complex aspects within D20 Pro. And the best thing is it automates combat. That's my favorite part of it. If you do a lot of combat, then D20 Pro is really good. It automates almost all of it, and it's very fast. It also has built-in sound effects. It has built-in lighting for line of sight. It's okay, in my opinion. It's a lot harder to use than Roll20's. But if you're going to be doing a long-term campaign with a lot of fighting and have a lot of craziness, I would recommend D20 Pro over Roll20. However, if you're going to be doing a light game with a lot of role-playing, not quite as much combat, or if you don't mind actually doing all the combat by hand and just having Roll20 handle the dice rolls, then Roll20 is the way to go. The other advantage of D20 Pro is there's only one fee. Once you pay for it, you use it forever. In fact, I paid for it 10 years ago, and I think it was like $60, and that's it. I've been using it ever since. I've used it probably for 500 sessions, and I've never paid for it ever again. On top of that, the guys in the D20 Pro Discord channel are really great. If you have any questions, you can always ask them. They're very fast to respond, and you can always ask me. I've been using this for 10 years or so, basically since it came out. And I know it quite well. I know the owner very well. He's a very nice guy, and he's doing everything in his power to constantly, endlessly update and enhance the functionality of the product. So I think it's an excellent product. So all you need to do is get Discord, get your guys together, set up your Discord, then you as the GM just decide if you want to use Roll20 or D20 Pro, set up your game there, have them send you your characters, and then you enter the characters into Roll20 or D20 Pro. That is one thing you will have to do. You will have to manage the characters for them. and set them up. They, in theory, could do it, but it's just going to go faster if you do it. And then, when it comes to entering the monsters, one thing I do is I don't put everything in. I just put in the basics. I put in their saves, their hit points, their armor, and their attacks, and that's it. Oh, and a picture. I just put in the bare bones basics. I don't put in every skill. I don't even put in the spells. I don't bother with any of that. I just use those on pieces of paper, and I just use what's automated, which is obviously the attacks and the rolls, and put that inside the system. And that's it, and then you're really set to go. If you want to use the built-in handouts for those systems, you can. I like to use Discord for all my handouts, but that's really all you need to do, and then you're set and you can go. And the nice thing about going online is that it keeps track of everything. And one of the most useful aspects is that we might not play for a week or two, and we might forget what happened. We can just scroll back through the log and see what happened, and we're like, oh yeah, this is what happened, and that's what this person rolled, and so forth. But if you have any questions about this, feel free to hit me up or anyone else up on our Discord channel. A lot of people play online, but I can give you lots of tips and tricks. I've been doing this for 10 years, minimum once a week, so that's like 500 plus sessions easily. This is actually my preferred way than in person, so feel free to hit me up. So a few show notes. Don't forget, we have a new podcast every Tuesday. Tomorrow we have the last part of our Starfinder Society podcast, where we played through Adventure 1-10, The Half-Alive Streets. A lot of people really like that podcast quite a bit. Sort of puts me in a dilemma. I think people might enjoy that podcast almost more in some ways than Dead Sons. So we're going to try to mix that up and get them both going. I'm not going to be doing another Starfinder one for a little while because PaizoCon is coming up. So after PaizoCon, we're probably going to start one up. Again, don't forget, please subscribe to us on iTunes and Android. Also check out Jason's Talking Combat column. It's every Thursday. And he's going to also do one big one from the Starfinder Society adventure. So if you've been listening to that, you can see a Talking Combat for that shortly. Do make sure you join our Discord. You can go to discord.rollforcombat.com. We play Starfinder games on there. We could even start Pathfinder if you really wanted to. We have images from every podcast episode so you can actually see what the maps look like, what the handout look like. We give out free things like the Stitch Spider. If you want to roll that in your own campaign, you can download that there. So again, just go to discord.rollforcombat.com. Don't forget, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can check out our Reddit channel. If you check out our Patreon, we have some cool prizes there. Something else you can check out is that we've been doing this fun thing where we've been making character portraits. We're right now doing Starfinder Society. That way you can wear your t-shirt when you're playing Starfinder Society. So we're kind of limiting to that. But if you just have a character you're interested in getting a t-shirt made of, contact me and we can talk about it. Basically, I just work out a small price to get the artwork made. I work with my artist. You get to keep the character. You get to keep the original artwork all in high res. You get a black and white and a color version. I get a custom t-shirt made up for you, and you can order as many as you want, any size or color. It's all yours, and we can work that out for pretty much any system. Right now we're doing Starfinder and Pathfinder, but if you play one of the verboten games like D&D or something else, maybe Boot Hill or Top Secret or Gamma World, let me know. We can do anything. And then finally, don't forget, we will be at PaizoCon next week. I cannot wait. Jason is going to be doing maybe a daily or every other day write-up. We're going to put pictures. We're going to record stuff. We'll try to keep you guys in the loop. So make sure you check out the website. That's where we're going to post most of these items. And if you want, we'll even put pictures on Twitter. We're going to stream some stuff. Who knows? But everyone's going to be there. It's going to be crazy. Otherwise, if you have any questions, write us, contact us, hit me up on Discord. That's where I am all the time. If not, I will see and talk to you guys next week.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, a Starfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com or drop us a line at contact@rollforcombat.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and other social media platforms. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember Cheddar's motto, beating protocol engaged.